If your diesel truck is feeling incredibly sluggish during those freezing morning starts, or if you have noticed that the heater is taking an eternity to warm up the cabin and defrost your windshield, you might be dealing with the P0487 code. This specific diagnostic trouble code is telling you there is a range or performance problem with the exhaust pressure control valve circuit designated as B. This valve is essentially a gatekeeper in your exhaust system that creates back pressure to help the engine generate heat much faster when it is cold outside. Your powertrain control module, or PCM, is the conductor here, using data from the exhaust back pressure sensor, the intake air temperature sensor, and the manifold absolute pressure sensor to decide exactly how to move that valve. When the system detects that something is off in the circuit, it usually shuts the whole thing down as a safety measure, which leads to higher emissions and a noticeable drop in power. You should start your investigation by hunting down the solenoid and doing a thorough visual check of the wiring harness. Look for any loose plugs or wires that might have melted against the hot exhaust. If everything looks okay physically, grab your digital multimeter and set it to ohms to check the internal resistance of the solenoid itself. Connect your leads to the solenoid terminals and compare that number to what the manufacturer specifies. If your meter shows OL, it means the internal coil is broken and the solenoid is toast. Do not forget to check if the solenoid is actually receiving its 12-volt power supply from the PCM when the ignition is on. Sometimes the problem is just a bad ground, so checking for continuity between the ground terminal and the chassis is a vital step. If you have power and ground but the valve still is not moving, the solenoid is likely jammed or failed internally. But always double-check those wires first, because they live in a very harsh, high-heat environment that loves to chew through insulation.